Mitch.
And I'm Jordan, and we run the Stein and Morse real estate team.
We are your Toronto upsizing experts. We've helped countless clients upsize their condo to a house in Toronto when they didn't think it was possible. Through this guide, we'll show you how you can too.
So now I'm quickly going to walk through with you guys what you can expect to find in this video tutorial. So first and foremost, we are going to be disclosing to you what we call our hidden gems neighborhoods. These are where we find affordability for our clients and how we successfully upsize them from a condo to a freehold property. We're then going to be diving right into the analytics to show you guys the pricing and how much money you're going to be saving compared from our hidden gems to some of these more premium locations that are literally just around the corner from you. Then we're going to be showing you video walkthroughs of the interior and exterior of some of our hidden gems properties to show you that you're not compromising on lifestyle or on quality. Then we're going to be walking through you guys the transportation and commute and what you can expect on that front from our hidden gems. And then lastly, we're going to be walking you through our local amenities and some of these amazing features that you can expect in these neighborhoods.
All right. So the first half of our guide video is going to focus on our central Toronto hidden gems locations. And these hidden gems are going to rival areas like Forest Hill, Lawrence Park, and Midtown Toronto. And they consist of the Oakwood Village, Humewood Cedarville, Corso Italia, Briar Hill, Belgravia, and Caledonia Fairbanks. And we are going to be specifically highlighting the Oakwood Village against Midtown and Forest Hill. All of the hidden gems locations have a high degree of similarities, so the analysis that you get on the Oakwood Village really pertains and spills over to all of the central hidden gems locations. And in the second half of the video, Jordan is going to outline our East End hidden gems locations that rival the Beaches, Riverdale, Broadview, as well as Leaside. And the East End hidden gems locations consist of the Pape Village, that accessible entry points into the detached and semi-detached markets in central Toronto still do exist. We've put together a 6-month rolling average from some of the most recognizable areas in central Toronto, such as Midtown, Lawrence Park, and Forest Hill, and we're comparing these areas to one of our hidden gems locations in the Oakwood Village, which is just west of Forest Hill. So we've used a 6-month period from February of 2024 up until July of 2024. When we have a look at the data, the black line represents Midtown and Lawrence Park, showing a sales price of $2,646,000. The purple line representing Forest Hill has an average sales price of just over $3,884,000. When we head over to the red line, which represents the Oakwood Village, we see a sales price of just over $1,471,000. So as you can see, the Oakwood Village is almost half of the price of its Midtown and Forest Hill counterparts. And in the coming slides, we're going to show you why there's so much value in this neighborhood over and above even the average sales price. Our hidden gems locations offer an extremely similar lifestyle to some of the more well-known areas in Toronto without the big ticket prices. And in terms of daily lifestyle, the commute to some of the best places to work and play in the city are almost identical. And when we head down to the average prices for semi-detached homes, we see a very similar trend. The red line, which represents Midtown and Lawrence Park, shows an average sales price of $1,744,000, while the Oakwood Village has an average sales price of just under $1.4 million. Forest Hill didn't have enough semi-detached sales, so for statistical significance, we omitted Forest Hill. But as you can see, the entry point into Oakwood Village, one of our hidden gems, is still way more reasonable than its Midtown counterparts. And this is just one of the main reasons why when we have clients who are looking to upgrade from a condo to a house, these are some of the areas that we are steering them to and finding them phenomenal value. You've seen the graphs, you've seen the data, and you know the price disparities between Midtown and our hidden gem locations. Now we're going to use some visuals to actually showcase what the differences in these homes look like between the respective neighborhoods. We're going to compare Yonge and Eglinton and Midtown to one of our favorite hidden gems locations in the Oakwood Village. So 310 St. Clemens at Yonge and Eglinton is a detached 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home. It's at Avenue in Eglinton and sits on a 25 by 131 foot lot. This home sold for a whopping $1,965,000. Let's have a look inside. So it's a nice red brick exterior. When you come in, there's a nice front entranceway, and it leads into a formal dining room. You can see the age of the house is a little bit dated. There's thin wood plank floors and the original moldings. When we head into the kitchen, it's been recently renovated, which looks very nice. And then when we get into the seating room, it's important to pay attention to the white boxes over the windows. This is actually a wall-mounted AC unit. There's no central air conditioning in this home, so it's a little bit more costly on a monthly basis and a little less efficient. When we head into the living room, it's spacious and bright. And there's 3 nice-sized bedrooms upstairs. The washroom is a little bit on the dated side, and it looks a little bit tight. There's an attic, and then we have the basement with another washroom and laundry room, and then the backyard. Okay, now let's head over to a very comparable home in the Oakwood Village. So 32 Belvedere, which is also a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, it sold for $600,000, almost $600,000 less than its counterpart at Yonge and Eglinton. So this home is 27 feet by 106 feet. So it's a very similar width, but a bit more shallow. And it sold for $1,345,000, and it's right up the street at the Oakwood Village. When we have a look at the home, it has a similar red brick exterior with nice upgraded black window casings. When we head into the home, you can see it's nice and bright, it has pot lights, it has nice brown stained floors, and all of the rooms are very spacious and the layout's very cohesive. The kitchen's been recently renovated, it has upgraded stainless steel appliances and a gorgeous herringbone backsplash. On the second level, all the 3 bedrooms are very spacious. And then when we get into the basement is open concept, it's bright, and it's a really great entertaining space. The backyard has lots of green space, and it actually has a really great detached garage, which is a pretty big value add in Toronto as they're harder to come by. Now, this home is very, very, very comparable to 310 St. Clemens, just up the street at Yonge and Eglinton, and it's sold for almost $600,000 less. 1.345 is a great entry point into the detached market in Toronto. And these are the type of homes that we're finding for our clients and the type of opportunities that they're using to upgrade from their condos into a fantastic home in a great Toronto location. Now we're going to be comparing semi-detached homes in Yonge and Eglinton and Midtown to semi-detached homes that are extremely similar in the Humewood Cedarville neighborhood, which is another fantastic hidden gems location. So 176 Castlefield is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home on a 25 by 134 foot lot at Avenue in Eglinton. And this home sold for $1,700,000. When we have a look at the home, there's some nice curb appeal. When you head inside, you can see it's nice and open concept, and it's pretty spacious. There's new flooring, new pot lights, and the kitchen is fairly renovated. It's a great size. It has new countertops, stainless steel appliances. And when you get to the backyard, it's nice and private. It's fairly deep. And then the bedrooms upstairs are a great size. We have a really nicely renovated washroom. And then in the basement, there's another den and a small secondary washroom. There is a nice open concept basement as well. It is important to note that the ceiling height is closer to 6.5 feet, so it's a little on the shorter side for ceiling height in the basement. And then we have a nice laundry room. Now, when we head over to Humewood Cedarville at 128 Winnett, there's a very similar 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom home that's also really nicely renovated. It's on a slightly smaller lot, so it is 18 by 103 feet, but Humewood Cedarville is really, really centrally located. It's close to St. Clair, and the home is extremely renovated. So this home sold for almost $400,000 less at $1,320,000. So when we head into the home, it also has a nice entry area for a couch and TV. And then there's a nice, you can see you can fit a really big couch in this room. There's nice pot lights, it's bright. There's a separate area for a dining table. And you also have new flooring that's renovated quite well in the kitchen. And there's nice countertops. And overall, it's a really nicely well done home. There's lots of cooking space and good appliances. And then we head upstairs. You have another renovated washroom, which is super nice. You have pretty decent sized bedrooms. And when we get down to the basement, it has another washroom down here, and it's pretty open concept. It also does have about 6 foot ceilings, or sorry, 6.5 foot ceilings downstairs. So very, very similar to the listing at 176 Castlefield. The backyard is a great size, it's private, and it's really nice for entertaining. So 128 Winnett, it's almost $400,000 less than a semi-detached home at Yonge and Eglinton. And this is a really great example of the type of homes that we are sourcing for our clients, and a really great example of a way to break into a really centrally located Toronto location without having to pay really, really high price points like $1.7 million for a semi. It's a really great price point to be able to trade up from a condo into a semi-detached home and still have a very centrally located area in Toronto. Having accessible price points, our hidden gems locations are amazing places to live that offer a really high quality of life. We're going to show you just a few of the many local amenities that your family will fall in love with when you move to the neighborhood. So there's no shortage of outdoor space, with Cedarville Park being one of the largest parks in Toronto. It has amazing playgrounds, tennis courts, and sports courts, as well as a tobogganing hill and an off-leash dog park. It's connected to the Beltline Trail, which is a 9-kilometer walking trail through ravines and forest. It's amazing for the whole family and pets. And just south of St. Clair, we have Witchwood Barns, which is one of the best community centers in the entire city. They host vibrant events and have a farmer's market, as well as kids' activities and workshops and classes. We're right around the corner from Yorkdale Mall, which is one of the best malls in the entire country. It's a premier shopping destination that has a great movie theater and restaurants, and the local restaurant scene is absolutely bustling. Whether you're looking for a sit-down restaurant that's Michelin starred like FK, or you're just looking to grab a quick bite at What a Bagel, we have everything in the area from Asian to Italian and everything in between. And our clients has been absolutely loving our hidden gems locations because it's the perfect balance of culture, local amenities, amazing restaurants, and you have an unparalleled value. And it's a unique opportunity to move into one of the last remaining accessible price point neighborhoods in Toronto that still offers a really, really high quality of life. Value propositions of our hidden gems locations is the quick and seamless drive or TTC subway to get to some of the most premier and major hubs within the city to work and play. So we're going to use this map to compare the distance from the Oakwood Village by car to major hubs in relation to the drive from Forest Hill. The red line represents the commute from the Oakwood Village, while the blue line represents the commute from Forest Hill. And you can see that on average, the entertainment district is actually 28 minutes from both the Oakwood Village and Forest Hill. The financial district is about 26 minutes from Oakwood Village and Forest Hill. Ossington Strip is about 16 minutes from the Oakwood Village, while it is 21 minutes from Forest Hill. Yorkville is 19 minutes from the Oakwood Village, while it is 21 minutes from Forest Hill. And it's a 14-minute drive to Yorkdale Mall from the Oakwood Village versus an 8-minute drive in Forest Hill. And not only do we have a great drive time to some of the best areas in the city, there is really, really seamless transit via the subway, streetcars, buses, and the upcoming LRT system. So the yellow subway line, which is the main subway line running north and south in central Toronto, from Finch Station down to Union Station, has a very accessible subway access point, which is Eglinton West Station. Eglinton West Station is located right beside the Oakwood Village, Briar Hill, Bulgaria, and Humewood, Cedarville, some of our hidden gems locations. And interestingly enough, it is the same subway station that Forest Hill North uses. So really, really similar transit and subway access in relation to Forest Hill. When we look at the black line running east and west, that is the upcoming Eglinton LRT system. There is a station at Caledonia, Fairbanks, and Oakwood, right in the heart of our hidden gems locations. And this will take you across the city up Eglinton east and west, and actually does stop at Yonge and Eglinton Center right at the yellow line for transfers. In addition to having such easy subway and LRT access, there are a huge variety of streetcars and buses throughout the majority of the streets within our hidden gems. So extremely accessible and easy to get to some of the best areas in the city without having long and tiresome commutes.
Hey everyone, so now we're going to hop into the data, and what we want to highlight for you guys is the price disparity between our hidden gem locations and the nearby neighborhoods in the East End. So the chart we're looking at right now is specifically for detached, and it charts pricing from February 24 to July 24. And what we want to show you guys is the significant price difference, but through our comparables and what we're going to go over next is that you're not actually sacrificing lifestyle and you're not sacrificing the type of home that you're buying. The premium that's added on is just because of the neighborhood that you're in. So we calculated the 6-month rolling averages for all of these neighborhoods to show you that price disparity. If you want to live in Riverdale or Leslieville, it's going to cost you approximately $1.7 million for a detached home over the last 6 months. In the lower and upper beaches, even higher, just shy of $2 million. But if you want to buy a detached property in our hidden gems locations, that's going to cost you only just over $1.35 million, which is a huge, huge difference. But again, this home is not sacrificing on lifestyle, and it's not even sacrificing on the interior finishes, which I'll show you in the next slides when we're going over the comparables. This is the exact same parameters in this chart, but now this is tracking semi-detached pricing. So if our hidden gems locations still hold their value. So on a 6-month rolling average in Riverdale, Leslieville, it's going to cost you about $1.4 million for a semi. Lower upper beaches just under that at $1,365. But in our hidden gems locations, you can find a really nice semi for just $125. So guys, we are here to highlight this for you because we help upsizers all the time that feel stuck, that don't think they can buy a property. But we're here to tell you that we find them all the time. You just need to know where to look. All right, so you guys have seen the data, you've seen the price disparity in numbers, but now we really want to show you the difference via illustration, comparing two detached properties, one being in the upper beaches and one being in one of our hidden gems locations, being Woodbine, Lumsden. So in front of us on the screen, we're going to take a quick look at 27 Cavendish. As you can see, it's a detached home in front of us. It has a private drive. It has a 3-bedroom plus 2 beds in the basement, 3 baths in the home, 1 parking spot, and it was sold for $1,950,000. If we take a quick look at the videos, what you guys can see here is it's a nice sized lot. When you go into the home, what I notice is that it is an older home because you can see the wooden frames, and it is older hardwood. It's nicely staged. It's been freshly painted to give it that nice new look. It does have a galley kitchen with porcelain tiling here. And one of the main things about this home, because it's older, which I spotted, is that it has some wall-mounted AC units. and these brown boxes cover the radiators. So your home is being heated by water, and your AC is through electricity through these wall-mounted units. This is not the most efficient way to heat and cool a home, and usually costs more. And it also means that there's no ductwork in the home for a furnace. What you can also note here is that it's a 30 by 118 foot lot, and again sold for $1,950,000. Now we're going to shoot up to our Hidden Gems neighborhood in Woodbine, Lumsden. We're going to take a look at 263 Coleridge Avenue. This is also a detached home. It's a 3-bedroom plus one bed in the basement, 3 bath, with a private drive for 2-car parking, and it sold for $1,565,000. Now let's take a look at the photos. This was recently renovated in 2017. They redid the front landing strip, so it's an enclosed front porch where you can put your shoes, your coats, and then you walk in, and it's a beautifully renovated home with a nice electric fireplace, new staircase encased in glass, really modern, really new looking. And this home does have a furnace system, does have ductwork, so you're going to be getting your hot and cold air, which is much more efficient when it comes to utilities. Both of these homes do have an addition in the rear, something to note. And as well, if we just take a quick look down here, it's a 27 by 95 foot lot. It's only 3 feet smaller on the frontage, a little bit less deep, but in our business, that's relatively the same type of lot. But in taking a look at the photos, I think we can all agree that this has been renovated really nicely. They both have finished basements. So in our eyes, these are really apples to apples comparisons. And what I really want to highlight here is there's almost a $400,000 difference between this home in Woodbine, Lumsden, and that home in the Beaches. This is where we come in. This is where we find the value. When you think you can't afford something, you really can. You just need to know where to look. So in this next example, we're also going to be looking in the East End and comparing 2 other detached properties. Now we're going to be comparing one in North Riverdale, which is also considered one of the more premium neighborhoods, and the other that's located in the Woodbine, Lumsden area as well, which is one of our hidden gem locations. So we're first going to be taking a look at 56 Withrow Avenue. It's a 4-bed, 3-bath with 0 parking, and it's an older style home that's sold for just under $2 million. Let's take a quick look at the photos. It is nice and spacious. It is really well staged. It looks like it's had a nice paint job. It does have a furnace system with forced air with proper ductwork in this home. And it seems like it's been very, very, very well maintained over the years. It does not have a finished basement. However, it does have a little landing spot on the top. So it's technically 2.5 stories tall. And the main thing to note here is that it's a 20 by 130 foot lot. Again, 4-bed, 3-bath, no parking, meaning you'd have to find parking most likely on the street for $1,975,000. Now let's take a look at 883 Cosburn Avenue. This was a brand new home in our Hidden Gems location. It's a 3-bed, 4-bath, so it's 1 less bedroom, but it has 2 parking spots, and it sold for $1,490,000. Again, brand new home. Let's take a look at the photos really, really quickly. Everything's been completely updated, modernized, again, because it is brand new. Has the floating staircase, gorgeous kitchen, wide oak plank flooring, which is very high in demand right now. Has a gorgeous finished basement, and as well, when you keep walking through the kitchen, it's a lot bigger than you think. It goes into this landing room, which is a really, really nice, gorgeous family room where you can hang out with friends and family. And this home is 20 by 100, so same frontage, not as deep, but again, it has 2 parking, finished basement, and you can pretty much buy a brand new home for under $1.5 million. This is almost a $500,000 price difference between our Hidden Gems locations and one of the more premium neighborhoods. And look at the difference of what you can buy. And I just want to add that this is a fully renovated home in one of our Hidden Gems locations, and that it only gets more budget friendly as we look for finishing not as in high quality like this. So for older homes, the price will be even more affordable, which is really what we're trying to convey to you guys, that in our secret locations that we're disclosing to you in this guide, we know where to look, we know where to find the value. You just need to come, give us a call, and we're happy to show you. So now let's dive into some of the incredible local amenities that you and your family can experience if you live in the East End in one of our hidden gems neighborhoods. So first up is the incredible Greek Town. This is a large strip along the Danforth. That's actually the largest Greek neighborhood in all of North America. It's also the hotspot for the best multicultural cuisine in all of the city. Of course, with Greek food, you can find the best, but name any other type of food, and I bet you that you can find it here, and it's going to be top quality. And how can we forget the famous Danforth Music Hall? This is where not only you can see your favorite local artists, but international artists that also come to the city that are looking for a smaller, more intimate venue. This is the one that they tend to go to, and it's something that can't be replicated anywhere else. Next up is the famous Woodbine Beach. This is a hot spot for all the people in the GTA to come. It's the best beach available. It has the best public volleyball courts that you can find. It's got 3 kilometers of waterfront, plenty of space for you and your family to set up a picnic or beach outing for the day. You can always find a spot, and you can do some incredible water activities there as well. Third up is the Broadview Hotel. This is a famous landmark that was built in 1891 that's gone through a complete and total renovation and now is home to one of the swankiest and cool rooftop restaurants that has an incredible 360-degree view of the entire East End. And last but not least, how could we forget famous Riverdale Park? This is my favorite park in the city. If you're perched up on the top, it has the best view of the city skyline and has some of the most romantic sunsets. It's also pitched, so it has some of the best tobogganing hills that you can find where you can bring your kids and your family. And at the bottom, there's baseball diamonds, playgrounds, an outdoor rink in the winter, so plenty of sports activities for your kids to enjoy. And these are just some of the many local amenities that you'll find in our East End hidden gem neighborhoods. Hey everyone, so let's dive into the transit options over in the East End where we've identified our hidden gems. For simplicity purposes here for this exercise, Danforth Village is going to represent our hidden gem, but Woodbine, Lumsden, Pate Village, etc. are right beside there. And we're going to be comparing that to some of the more premium neighborhoods being Riverdale, Leslieville, and the Beaches. So if you were to take one thing away from this, if you're going to skip over it, it's that you have amazing TTC subway access from our hidden gems neighborhood. You are within a 15-minute walk from all of our neighborhoods to pretty much 6 different subway stops along the Danforth line, being Broadview, Chester, Pape, the Donlands, Greenwood, and Coxwell. So you have access to all those stations, and the best part is that this line does connect to Yonge and University, which can take you right downtown. When we compare that to Riverdale, Leslieville, and the Beaches, they are not really close on foot. They're not really accessible. You would have to take public transit or drive, and public transit from these locations is only a streetcar, which in our opinion is not as favorable or as valuable as having TTC subway access. Now, really, really quickly, if we're to look at public transit comparisons, we've done the data comparison. If you were to take a subway from Chester Station all the way downtown to Union, it would take you about 26 minutes. And if you were to take a streetcar from the heart of Leslieville all the way down there, it would take you 34 minutes. So you actually save time from our hidden gem location. And if we were to look at a drive time, I actually set our boundary further north, all the way closer to Pate Village, kind of old East York. That would take about 32 minutes because you can hop on to the DVP because you're very accessible from there. And if you were to go all the way from the Woodbine Beach area, it would take you about 30 minutes. It's a difference of 2 minutes, not very negligible in our opinion. So it's roughly the same amount, which is an amazing, amazing win for our hidden gems neighborhood. And then lastly, I just wanted to highlight to you guys really how close you are to things that you're not really going to be missing much. So for bang for your buck and for your value, you're still really close to Yorkville. You're a hop, step, 20-minute drive. Downtown, like we said before, 30 minutes. If you even wanted to hop over to Woodbine Beach, you're under 15 minutes. So guys, this is an amazing, amazing opportunity if you're willing to look in these neighborhoods that transit options and drive times are incredible and accessible.